Thank y'all for tuning in to UnQualified Results, where we don't have the answers, we just have the results. Presented by Street Talk TV with your host, Baby K, the wife coach, and co-host, Little E.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our show, UnQualified Results, where we don't have the answers.
We just have the results.
I'm your host, Baby K, the wife coach, and this is my co-host, my lovely
Little E, live and direct. Y'all know I'm in the building.
So, I got a spicy one, another one. The lost art of imprinting.
Lost art of imprinting.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds deep. What that mean?
Well, I gathered that together because I got my ears to the streets, right?
Yeah.
And I've been hearing what's going on the social media and everything.
Yeah.
Particularly what women have to say. And I hear that y'all are looking for ways to bring the boys back to the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently they done left the yard.
Yeah.
And so I got to thinking, and it's like, they're missing their honey.
Yeah,
they're missing the imprint, okay? And that's something no man can escape. What I mean by that, what is to imprint, okay? To imprint is through your mentality, through your spirituality, okay? And through just your being. With the modern woman, that's why it's a lost art, because they no longer want to do these things like cook, clean.
Nope, they ain't doing that.
Okay, just be present for your man.
Be helpful.
With no qualifications, okay? Like, it's a lost art. And it used to be the basics, okay? Things that your grandmother used to do that I hear that the modern woman don't understand. So, what is the imprint? How do you imprint?
As the wife coach said, the word is imprinting, okay? And she also used the word honey. All right? Now, those are two key words that go together, okay? Now, girls, we got to understand that the saying always goes, you will attract more with honey, okay? Like the bee situation. You'll attract bees with honey, not vinegar. Y'all know where I'm going. All right? So, by that being said, this is all about leaving an imprint on a man, bringing that honey to him if you want to keep a man long term. Because that's what me and the wife coach really represent, okay? You want to keep people long term, and it don't gotta be even no marriage. That's why I'm talking long term, because even if you don't officially get married by the state or anything like that, you still want to have a long term partner no matter what, and that's what we represent. So the imprint is how you keep men long term. Okay? Clock that. If y'all ain't paying attention, I'm about to break it down for you. Now, leaving an imprint on a man like my wife did me is being helpful. Okay? In a nutshell. Being resourceful for that man. Okay? And we're going to give details and examples of what we mean by that. And y'all don't like to cook and clean like wifey was saying. And cooking and cleaning is how you can make an imprint on a man. Whether he comes to your house or you go to his house. If y'all are in these dating phases, as you say, in these little dating terms, as you meeting men and stuff like that, well, if you don't know that guy, that means you want to leave an imprint on him. Okay? That means you want to bring the honey to him. So he just doesn't go on this date with you, or you know, y'all doing the sexual thing maybe, and then that's it. He ain't even really thinking about you no more after those little meetups or those little occasions like that. He ain't even really thinking about you no more. That's what you call an imprint, leaving an imprint on a man. If you're a good manager, or if you know how to manage certain things, this is called leaving an imprint on that man. If he might run a business, or he's into something that, again, you might know a little bit about, you might have some resources, whatever has it, bring something to that man's table with it, okay? Introduce some resources to him if you have that, depending on what he in. See, this is called not only being helpful, but it's called leaving an imprint on a man. Sometimes, ladies, even when y'all out on these dates or going out with these men, say that man get up to go use the bathroom. Just say he get up to go use the bathroom. You pay for that. You pay for that little meal, even especially if it's not too much. Now, if y'all don't want them expensive dates, okay, go ahead and maybe let them pay. I ain't even gonna say nothing crazy like that. But if y'all on something minor to a major, listen here. That man go hit the bathroom, pay that bill. Straight like that. Let him see that you not even tripping off nothing like that. You willing to be down with him on a certain level that, okay, this ain't about nothing. Pay that date. Pay for that meal before he even come back to the table. Letting him see that this chick might actually be a rider. This chick might actually be one that I can keep around. And she might actually care for me. Who knows? He might actually want to take it to the next level or go on another date with you or go out again with you just because you showed him that you ain't even tripping on something that small. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that and let the wife coach take it back over. But to me, that's what's called leaving an imprint on a man so he don't just think about you after the smacks or, y'all go on a little date or something and then that's about it. He ain't even tripping off of you. You want to have somebody long term, you got to leave an imprint on him so he thinks about you when you're not around. Leaving an imprint, straight like that. Wifey, what you guys say about that?
Well, simplicity, okay? Think simplicity, think reciprocity, okay, ladies? Think the basics, like treat people the way you want to be treated, okay? It's simple.
Yeah.
All right? Like, that's my mentality. And for me as a woman, just a tip, ladies, it kind of backfires on you when you say you don't cook, you don't clean, because it only leaves to a man's mind. Hell, to my mind, if I hear that, is that, hell, you dirty. And you probably spending a whole bunch of wasteful money on, eating out. Like, substance with a man, they love to eat. Particularly from women they love. Okay? So, grandma used to say, you want to keep your man? Give him a plate. Make him some food. It was just that simple. It was just that simple.
If you don't cook, if you don't clean, if you don't care what men think, if you don't care what men want, if you say you don't need men, stuff like that, ladies, then you really are no resource to a man whatsoever, at all. And that's what they mean by what do you bring to the table. Like, you're not doing anything that's going to help us in the relationship anyway, anyhow. So you're not really needed. Is what it boils down to. It's like that's why these men is probably passporting, broing it up, and not talking to these girls the way they say that they not getting certain attention.
They're not incentivized
right.
care anymore.
They don't care.
They're not incentivized to care anymore. And I get it, ladies, it used to not be a question. A man used to not have to ask you, what do you bring to the table? But you have to ask yourself, why are they asking that now? We don't have a leg to stand on. So that's why they're asking. Okay? Because, right, we say we don't cook, we don't clean, we don't do the basics that come with being a woman. Like, so, right, what do you bring to the table? And what I see is that women, they don't even have an answer other than their education, their money, and Lord have mercy, that's the last thing that you want to present on a table for a man is your education and your money. Like that ain't get him moving in no way unless what they say he a pookie or a scammer, then yeah, he might like that. He might like, yeah. So,
We're not getting none of your money. So it doesn't matter. If you come to the table with your money all you want. If you don't spend your money on men, if you don't buy, you're not paying for nothing. So how's that going to help us? So we don't care that you bringing your money to a relationship when you're not going to help do nothing with it. As far as the man or the family, I mean, what are we talking about here? So the imprint is the most important thing, like the wife coach said. Okay, y'all need to get back into giving the man honey, okay, and not vinegar.
Get way more that way. You get way more that way. Are you chasing attention or are you leaving imprints? There's a difference, okay? And only one lasts. So, unqualified results, we don't have the answers. We just have the results. And the question still stands. But is it for you or for him? Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button. Leave comments. We need interaction. We want to know what y'all thought about this episode. Leave comments. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.